Hey, Austin, how are
Good
you?
to see you, man.
Tell me a little bit about your concept. I mean, you have one Michelin star here, which is incredible. Wing as well was on Asia's 50th best as
Yeah.
such a new restaurant, which is also quite insane. You kind of invented this French x Chinese fusion type food, and so tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, well, the journey started 8 years ago. I built a restaurant with the concept of Chinese x French. It was a concept that no one has done before, where we take traditional French cooking methods, then we incorporate a lot of Chinese ingredients, Hong Kong philosophies. The idea is that for you to experience that this is a French restaurant having French flavors but Chinese ingredients.
Incredible watch, by the way.
Thank you. It's amazing because it never scratches, as you know, basically. Zero scratch. It's funny, I was in La Brassus in Switzerland. I thought I saw a scratch, and then the watchmaker came, looking, did a full service on it and told me that, oh no, it's not a scratch. Your watch must have scratched the metal on where it touched. So the metal actually fell off onto the scratch.
What was your first mechanical watch, and how did that journey kind of start?
My very first watch, I still remember, is a Cartier. And I got it because I was in Hong Kong in an open kitchen similar to this. Time is an essence for chefs. We need to be on time. We need to make sure the next course is served at an appropriate time. I found myself just like seemingly very rude to always take out my phone to check the time, but that was my only, source of telling time. Kind of developed this habit of like buying watches, following with a pair of shoes that matches my watch, like always. I got an all black Hermes. All black Hermes. So when I'm wearing a red watch, I would have a red shoe. When I have a green watch, I would have a green shoe.
Dude, that got a watch because of pragmatic reasons in today's day and age, which is incredible. So let's look at some watches.
Yeah, let's go inside my private room.
Wow, these are some incredible watches here, but let's start with the watch on your wrist.
This is actually one of my favorite pieces, the AP open work ceramic, sporty but elegant watch, and for me it's perfect because I'm quite careless and I always scratch my watches, and this one is virtually impossible to scratch, so I love this piece. We could talk about this, the Mad One. This is just a super fun watch. I got it during the raffle draw, and I was very lucky to. Thank you. I was very lucky to have a piece. And my daughter, as you know, is like a little fidget. If you look at it, right? And my daughter is always like trying to get this watch, and then every time I wear any other watch, Daddy, how come it doesn't move? Oh, can you flip the watch over so I can shake it? And it's just really fun, when for people, especially for people who's never seen this watch before. And hey, how do you tell time? And you take the story, you tell them it's from here, and it's quite interesting. It's a conversation starter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I guess I could talk about the green PP Aquanaut. I love this watch because of its simplicity. It's so clean, so light, and then more importantly, I purchased this watch when I opened Wing, my second restaurant. And the color theme of my Chinese restaurant is basically exactly this green. Obviously, I didn't build the restaurant because of the watch, but when I built it, I went, wow, this watch is like the exact same color as my interior. And not only one, but a few people had told me, Vicky, you need to get this watch because it's like your restaurant. Yeah. And then I was lucky enough to buy it. So the chrono, it's a flashy watch, I have to say. It's full gold, full rose gold. Yeah. And this was a watch that I purchased also because of the green face. So this is the 50th anniversary, and it was just after my restaurant Wing as well. Then there was a phase where I just loved everything green because of my restaurant. Yeah. Though I have to say I don't wear it too often, just because it's it's an occasion watch. Yeah, it's a bit flashy on the wrist, but I love this. The blue guy, my wife still makes fun of me because
she doesn't like it?
Well, she likes it, but she's like, oh, this is like the movie I just saw, Blue Beetle. This is a recent purchase, And it's a blue ceramic perpetual calendar AP, and it's a very, very unique color. The ceramic, you know, as I mentioned earlier, sold it for me because again, it's it's impossible to scratch basically. You know, when I first saw the watch, I was like, okay, do I really want to buy this watch? It's so blue in picture, it's like Lego. And then when I tried it, I was like, wow, this is actually very, very, very nice and, you know, very light and easy to wear. And then I just fell in love with it, especially against white.
Yes.
I love it with white. So anytime I wear this watch, I generally I'm always wearing something white.
So tell me a little bit about your cooking philosophy.
Growing up as a Chinese, but you know, in North America, I felt like I could be that bridge, and I wanted to be that bridge between the two cuisine. You know, I would be in a wine bar with my French chef friends, Italian chef friends, hanging out. Next thing you know, I would be in a dai pai dong on a plastic stool drinking beer and brandy, you know, after service with Chinese chef friends, especially Chinese chefs here in Hong Kong. I consider them as masters, and I fell in love with the cuisine. 2 years ago, I decided to open Wing, and so that is my full-blown Chinese cuisine. It is all Chinese technique, Chinese flavor, Chinese philosophy. So this is a beautiful crystal caviar, specially aged for us for 6 months. Underneath, you have a jelly of shellfish. So these are the little bamboo coming from Taiwan that we basically just quickly sauteed. Around, this is a vinaigrette of fresh coconut milk coming from a shop called Seng Fat. It's a shop that is the only shop now in Hong Kong that is still doing fresh coconut milk. To finish, this is just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil.
How has your taste kind of evolved from that first Cartier to now?
Buying that Cartier watch means a lot to me because that was a start of something that I didn't know how much of the success I can achieve. If you asked me the same question 15 years ago, I would tell you I wouldn't be able to afford any of them. And I think the Cartier was a motivation. In some ways, the next watch that I buy, I want it to be maybe an upgrade from that, and the next watch an upgrade from that. And not always necessarily an upgrade in terms of value, but also just an upgrade in terms of whether it's style, whether it's you know, rarity.
Well, I mean, you know, it's amazing because much like myself, we buy pieces kind of to celebrate certain milestones in life, right? And I think that's a theme that kind of goes throughout these watches that you have, and even the Cartier.
Yeah, I think so. And I always say it's a milestone. It's a motivation, and also, you know, I always say that in life you work so hard. Obviously, you have to provide for your own self and for your family, but you know, don't forget to also reward yourself with things that makes you happy, and not just also material, but in everything in life.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Vicky.
Thank you so much.
And I can't wait to come back here for food.
Yes, I'm waiting for you to come eat.